2 weeks in a row you get me with makeup and my hair done. Lucky you. This is not normal. We had ties and tutus this morning with the first grade at the school. It was probably one of the cutest things I've ever seen in my life. I know I'm an emotional person, but I was really like on the verge of tears the whole time because they were so sweet dancing together. They were box stepping and they did the cha-cha slide and it was super cute. Usually that song annoys me. Anyone else? But when you watch 100 first graders do it, good morning ladies, it's pretty cute. I'm letting the chickens out for some time. And so my son had to dress up for this thing and he insisted that I dress up too. So I wore a dress and I did my makeup. Hey Aaron! And so today it's chicken chat. There's the girls back there. They just got let out and we're about to get a fence. So that'll make my life easier because I won't have to go chasing after them when they start to eat my neighbor's flowers. So I'm sure he'll appreciate that too. Anyways, today I wanted to talk a little bit about life as a mom. I think frazzled is a word that is often used to describe moms. Hey there, Jamie. And I'm sure many of you have felt frazzled before. I think I used to live in a constant state of frazzleness. I don't know if that's a word, but if it's not, you know, maybe it should be. But, you know, you even see comic strips that talk, thank you, yes, I went to ties and tutus. This wind might cause a problem. We'll see. You even see comic strips, hey there Stacy, where the mom is depicted with like those lines coming over her head and like her hair sticking out, trying to show like moms are frazzled all the time. And I just don't want to accept that that is our reality that we have to have. And I used to be that way, you guys. I used to, I just felt so overwhelmed with my life. So let me paint you a picture. The sun comes up, 6:30 in the morning. I hear 4 sets of feet walking towards my room, and I'm already cranky. Because I don't want to get up, and I don't want to, hey there Jessie, I don't want to make breakfast, and I don't want to do all these things that I said I wanted to do, but for some reason it was just overwhelming and hard and frustrating, and I just didn't even want to get out of bed because it just felt like too much. If you've been there, let me know because I hope I'm not alone in this. And then a baby starts crying. So then I have to get up now. And I'm already cranky and my kids don't get hugs. They get, you know, why did you wake me up? And even though, I mean, they're just being kids, right? Like that's kind of a jerk thing to say, but I said that. And, you know, then the baby's crying and so I've got to go get the baby and we get downstairs and I have lunches to make and kids to get out of the door on time. And I just couldn't wait to get them out of the house so that I felt like I could breathe, okay? This is how I felt for a long time. It's like, okay, let's get them out of the house so that I can breathe and maybe sit down for a minute. But then even when they were gone, I would look at my day and what did I even do all day, you know? Not much. And so, you know, I was kind of tired of living this way. You know, I felt like my relationships with my children were strained. This wind is going to be a problem. Let's see if I can change the way I'm sitting. The relationship with my children was strained. The relationship with my spouse was strained. I was on edge all the time. I yelled way too much. I said I didn't want to yell, but I wasn't really doing anything about it. You know, my family was eating meals that were not super great because I just needed to do something fast and easy. Hey there, Jess. And I just was going through the motions and in survival mode all of the time. And I was like, wait a second. I've always said being a mom was my dream and this is all I've ever wanted, yet here I have it and it's like what I don't want. Thank you. I went to a thing at the school, so, you know, I dressed up today. So I just was like, what is wrong with me? That this is all I've ever wanted, and now I have it, and I'm so frazzled, I can't even enjoy it. I can't even enjoy it. And I was like, this cannot be. I mean, I was a therapist, for crying out loud, and I worked with people, and I talked with them about, you know, moving out of survival mode, and I knew that that wasn't a way that I had to live, but for some reason I was stuck. I was stuck living this way. And I knew something had to change, and I didn't know what. Uh-oh, my kids let my dog out. She might come get my chickens, and we may have to pause this. Oh, yeah, let me go get the dog. We don't want her to eat any chickens today. You guys, things happen unexpectedly, just like this, all the time as a mom. And Andrea from a year ago would be mad as heck that they let the dumb dog out. And why did they do that? And don't they know better? And she's going to the bathroom. And you know what? I'm not even mad. I'm a little annoyed, but I'm not even mad. Because something has changed. I feel like I almost like want to bust out singing. You guys know that song, Defying Gravity, from Wicked? You know, something has changed within me. It's so true. And you know, I've always been a spiritual woman, and I love, and I know that we can be our best selves. Anyway, okay, I got the dog back in. Oh, you want some water? Is that why we came inside? Okay, water break. Here, how about this one? Can you have this one? Thanks, guys. This is real life, you know. It's hard to go live without interruptions when you have a house full of kids. Okay. So I painted this picture for you of Andrea, cranky Andrea in survival mode. And my poor husband is, you know, he puts up with me. This guy, I don't know how I got so lucky. He just really is one of those people that lets things roll off his back. And I think sometimes I confuse him because he's like, can't you just let that go? And I'm like, no, I can't let that go. What do you mean let that go? Well, you know what? I've gotten a lot better at letting things go. I'm kind of proud of myself.
Mia.
Hey, Kelly. Hey, Melanie. Hey, Carmen. Oh, my goodness. Hey, thanks for joining me. Okay, we're coming back outside. It might be too windy, so I'm going to stay up here by the house. Anyway, so what changed, right?
Mommy.
Well, things have changed, and it took time. Like, one by one, I kind of started changing things. The first thing I did is that I started getting some me time in. I started doing things I liked. I started getting books from the library that I enjoyed. My son's kicking me out and he's sending me back to the chickens. I started doing things that I enjoyed. And I started making sure that my kids and I were having quality connections. And so I started talking to my mom friends and found out what they were doing to help with that. And my friend Anna told me about something that they do called Special Night. And we had tried something like this. We called it Super Happy Fun Time because I had read a book that talked about how we should each parent should have 15 minutes of uninterrupted time with each child once a day. Okay, well, we tried that. And that got kind of hard because when you have as many children as we do, I mean, what is that? That's an hour and a half of individual time every day by the time you start the one kid and get through all of them. And that just wasn't very, it wasn't working. For Jared and I each to find an hour and a half in our days to spend that amount of time with each of our children just wasn't going to happen. And so I was like, well, this is dumb and this won't work. So when I talked to Anna and found out that she was doing this special night, I thought, okay, this might work. Because then I get one child, okay, one child a night. Basically, we put everybody to bed at the normal time, and then one child each night gets to stay up late with mom or dad, or mom and dad, depending on who's home that night. And we do something fun. Can't be TV. I know, Melanie, we do need a lifetime, don't we? Because it's hard to figure it out, and sometimes we think we've got it figured out, and then something changes, and we don't have it figured out anymore. It's kind of a funny thing like that. So we do special night now, and it's fabulous, you guys. I get one-on-one time with each of my children one night a week. We do something meaningful. We talk to each other. And it has done so much for our relationship with each of these kids. We're getting to know them. They're not just little people that live in our house and eat our food. They are locusts when it comes to that. But that's not all they are. They have personalities and hopes and dreams. And, you know, when you put aside, even it's like 20 minutes that we do it. And I'm having so many technical difficulties. You guys are so nice to stick with me. I'm going to go back up to the house. But you put aside that time and it adds up over time, right? You get this compound effect going. And I'm really passionate about this because our children need us. They need us to be our best selves. I mean, it's not enough just to do special night or just to take them to Disney World or just to provide all these great experiences for us. Because yeah, those things are fun and good, but then, you know, but what they see more of, you know, is just us in our natural element and our natural state of things. And, you know, I just wanted to really turn myself into the best version of myself for a few reasons. Because I wanted to feel fulfilled. I wanted to get out of survival mode and start thriving and really enjoy my life, okay? And for me, as crazy as it sounds, it started with health and fitness because you know, those endorphins get going and, you know, you start to, could you go get those chickens? They're going to get hurt over there. Can you shoo them home?
Who?
You, over there. Do you see how far away they are? Can you go get them? It started with health and fitness and eating better. Because I'll tell you, if I have too much sugar, I'm a cranky crank. I don't know if that happens to anyone else, but I have noticed that. You guys are really bearing with me today because my kids are being all up in my grill today. They really want to know what I'm doing. But for me, you know, I think that we can go from frazzled mom to fulfilled mom. And I don't think it's that hard. I think it's small, simple things that you change over time and they start to add up. At least that was my experience. You know, so the first thing I did is I started getting up earlier than my kids. And now this was really, really hard to do because, you know, I had a new baby when I started doing this. He was probably 4 or 5 months old. And sleep is like the new sex when you've just had a baby because you need it so bad. Anyway, but, you know, so you've got this desire to sleep, you don't want to get up early, but getting up early, giving myself an hour before everyone else got up changed the game completely. I had done some things that I wanted to do before everybody got up. Thanks, Carmen. I was, you know, providing myself with some fuel, and it really was a huge game changer for me. It was a huge game changer for me. So even if you can't start getting up 2 hours at 5 o'clock in the morning, you know, look at your schedule. Maybe you can do 15 minutes. Maybe 15 minutes is all that you need, right? You can get up 15 minutes before your family, say a prayer, maybe read something uplifting, and get your mind right. And then each day, each month, as you kind of perfect one thing, you move on to the next. So for me, over the last year, you know, I started by getting up early. I started by getting a 30-minute workout in. I didn't even have to leave my house to do it. It was fabulous. I started by feeding my body nutrients that it needed, and it led to me having more energy and being less cranky, because let's talk about it. Being hangry is like a real thing. And when you're a mom, if your kids aren't trying to steal your food, you got to tell me your secret, because anytime I sit down with something to eat, my kids are trying to steal it. And so, you know, I think that we just have to fuel our bodies right, because it just changes the game. And then, you know, I started trying to be more of a light to people around me. I tried to find more opportunities to serve people. I tried to find more opportunities to reach out to people. And when I was thinking about them, because don't you do that? Do you think about people randomly throughout the day? Am I the only person that happens to? Instead of just thinking, oh, you know, I wonder how so-and-so's doing, I open up my phone and I send them a message and ask them how they're doing. And I reach out to them and I try to be a light. And, you know, my life is not easy. It's not perfect by any means. I still have heartbreak. I had a really crappy day on Monday just a couple days ago, and I'm still kind of coming back from that. And you know, that doesn't mean that my life is perfect. It just means that I've found ways to thrive in the craziness that is just mom life, you know? And I don't know, I want more moms to hear my story, because I want more moms to know that it can be different for them. They don't have to live that way, you know, because before you know it, it is going to be gone, and you're going to be having a teenager graduating from high school, and they're going to leave you. And you know, I just want my kids to know that I love it. I love them so much, and I need them to know it. And it's hard to know it when you have a mom who's yelling at you and who's cranky all the time and who just can't wait till you get out the door. Like, does that say I love you? Hey, sweetheart, that doesn't say I love you. Time together, quiet moments, a smile on your face when they first see you. Those are the things that show your kids that you love them. So, you know, I want to help. Like, I'm not just some weirdo who, like, wants you to do workouts. Like, I am a licensed clinical social worker. I know that people can change. I believe that people can change. I believe that your circumstances can change. But I know that the only person that can change your circumstances is you. And it might take a while to find something that works, but you will find it if you keep trying. I really, really believe that. And if you feel like you don't know where to start, please reach out to me, because I would love to help you find a place to start. And maybe it's not fitness for you. Maybe it's some book that I've read that I would love to share with you if I knew what it was you were struggling with. You know, because that's the thing about my groups. You know, yeah, it starts with a workout, but it's a lot more than that. We do a lot with mindset, because that's what stands in our way. And when our mind feels good and our bodies feel good, it just changes the whole game. So when I say I want to help you, I really mean that. I really do. And I want you to have your dreams come true. And I want your kids to see a mom who has got it together enough to at least enjoy them. You know, it's possible. I really believe it's possible. And this video feels a little bit impossible because everybody's a little bit crazy today. We've been running a mile a minute because it's the end of the school year, so I'm sure many of you can relate to that too. Anyways, I'm going to go put the chickens away so they don't get eaten by a fox, because we do have a fox around here. And I just want to leave you with this. I just want you to know that you're not alone. I want you to know that it can be different. I want you to know that I would love to help you. And maybe you think that what I'm doing won't help you, but I bet if you really tried it, you might surprise yourself. And I want you to know that you are loved and you are awesome. I read a book recently and the girl said the universe is freaking out about how awesome you are. And I think that's true. So embrace your awesomeness, change one small thing each day, or maybe each week or month, whatever you feel like you can handle, and it'll happen. I really believe that. Okay guys, thank you for joining me even with all my technical difficulties, and you guys have a great day. We'll chicken chat next week.